a chilled out series where we talk about all manner of things that relate to the Australian cold chain. My name's Marianne Kinsell and I represent the Refrigerated Warehouse and Transport Association of Australia. Today we're speaking with a new member of the RWTA, Arrow Transport, and I would like to introduce you to the Managing Director, Craig Webster. How are you, Craig?
I'm very well, thanks, Marianne. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me today. Craig, Arrow Transport is a transport and logistics company that services down the east coast of Australia, but also the west. Can you tell me more about what Arrow does within the cold chain, please?
Yeah, certainly. So, in particular, we specialise in the wharf cartage component of the cold chain supply chain. So we move containers port to cold chain facilities or vice versa for exports. We currently do that Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Adelaide, and over in Perth.
Very good. And what do you do different? I think we were talking a little bit earlier, and there's a few things that you do that not every transport company does. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, certainly. So there's probably three sort of components that I think separate us from our competition. One of them is with our operating system. So we've actually built our own operating system. It has a quite unique portal, which gives cold storage facilities unique visibility, right down to being able to call up their own containers, mark containers as empty, see exactly where a container is once it leaves our depot, as far as how far away from the depot, from the delivery point it is. But further to that, we've got what's called a capacity planner built in the background. So given how important time-sensitive deliveries are into cold chain facilities, with our capacity planner, we sort of pride ourselves on, we run at about 90% on time around the country, which is quite unique. Then in addition to that, we also have a product called Reefer Runner. Reefer Runner, again, is quite a unique product where when reefers come into our yards, we put the refrigerated containers on power. We then have a automated monitoring system that actually takes temperature checks every 5 minutes and then actually sends us email alerts if there's any temperature variances and other bits and pieces. So it's really about product integrity whilst it's in our control, and then delivering to the cold chain facilities on time. I'd say they'd be our big differentiators, and we do that all around the country.
Being in the transport industry, being time sensitive with your stock and deliveries is important. Tell me, how important is that for Arrow Transport?
Yeah, no, extremely important. As I just touched on a second ago, the fact that we've built the capacity planner, our business is very much driven by our ability to serve. To all good and well taking on a job, but there's no point us taking on the job if we actually can't get there on time. And then behind that, as a business, we run daily on-time reports. So every day at roughly around 10 o'clock in the morning, which is shortly, we'll have an automated report come out, which will tell us around the country how many movements each state has done for the day and what their percentage of on-time deliveries are. Where there's deliveries that have not been on time, each state manager wouldn't say it to please explain, but they need to provide information about why we weren't on time and start looking for any trends that we can get in front of. So on-time deliveries are definitely a very, very big part of the success of our brand thus far.
Yeah, being on time is one thing, being reliable is another. And I think you've been around, I think you said, for 14 years, having that good, stable background of customers in every state, particularly down the East Coast and the West, is going to bode well. I dare say you are working with quite a few different cold chain warehouses as well as other transport companies as well. I look forward to introducing you around. We've got lots of networking events coming up very soon in October.
I do like a networking event.
Oh, good. And I hope you like golf too.
I do, actually.
Excellent. Well,
no good at it, but I do like
it. That's perfectly okay. We do Ambrose for people just like yourself.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to meeting you face to face very soon, and particularly to introducing you around. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
And